Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies. From reviews, unboxings, and collections, I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema. Now, let's roll the film. Today, I'll be talking about the smash hit Wicked, which I finally got a chance to watch on Peacock, and wow, did I have a blast. So let's get into the review. I have to start off with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo as Glinda and Elphaba. Both of their performances were amazing, and their voices even better. Ariana's come such a long way since her days as Kat on Victorious in 2010. It's wild watching a celebrity grow up on screen, especially when you're around the same age. Cynthia brings such emotion to Elphaba, giving the character depth and heartbreak. Jonathan Bailey was also really good as Fiyero. He had a memorable look and presence on screen. Honestly, I hadn't seen him in anything before, but he definitely stood out. Musicals tend to be a love-or-hate genre for a lot of people. Personally, I'm somewhere in the middle. I enjoy a musical from time to time, probably know more about them than the average person, but I'm not obsessed. I usually only watch them if I grew up with them or if it's made by Disney. Wicked, though, pulled me in completely. The set design is absolutely incredible. It feels like you're fully transported to Oz from floor to ceiling. Every inch of the screen is packed with visual detail. It's the kind of film you'll want to rewatch just to catch everything happening in the background. Elphaba's story is so tragic, from the moment she's born right up to the end. Glinda, the pretty and popular girl, contrasts her perfectly. Watching these two go from strangers to best friends is one of the most satisfying parts of the film. There's something for everyone in Wicked. Whether you've seen the Broadway show, grew up with The Wizard of Oz, or just love musicals, you're bound to enjoy this. Seriously, even my dad, who hates musicals, said he liked it. There are 11 songs in the film, and honestly, not a single bad one. I know someone out there will roll their eyes and call me out, but this might just be the best Broadway soundtrack ever adapted for film. The story is so well written too. If you've ever wondered things like, why can the monkeys fly? Or why is the road yellow? Also, why is the Wicked Witch of the West green? Wicked explains those questions. Of course, classics like Defying Gravity, Popular, and The Wizard and I are standouts. You've probably heard them even if you didn't know they were from this musical. One personal highlight for me was Dancing Through Life. The way they staged it, with circular, rotating bookshelves in a library, made the whole number pop off screen. The choreography and visuals were next level. I also really loved the subplot about the mistreatment of animals in Oz. As someone who loves animals, it hit close to home. It's a powerful metaphor for how animals are treated in the real world too. One cool surprise, seeing Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel in cameo roles. Somehow, that didn't get spoiled for me online, which made the moment even better. The film runs about 2 hours and 40 minutes, which initially worried me since the Broadway show is 2 hours and 45 minutes, but this movie breezed by. I'm not concerned about the runtime of Part 2, aka Wicked for Good, because if it's anything like this one, we're in for another nearly flawless experience. Wicked has been a huge hit, earning $750 million on a $150 million budget. Critics and audience seems to agree. It's sitting at 87% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics and a whopping 95% from audiences. Bottom line, Wicked was absolutely amazing. It's probably my favorite film adaptation of a Broadway musical ever, and I'm giving it a strong 4.5 out of 5. I also wanted to point out some differences from the Broadway show, whether you've seen it or are just curious after watching the film, but after writing and rewriting my thoughts, I came across a section of the Wikipedia page that explains it far better than I ever could. So I'll be reading directly from that. New characters in the film include Dulcibert, Elphaba's childhood nanny, Miss Cottle, a headmistress at Shiz University, and Galinda's parents who drop her off at Shiz. Miss Cobble assumes the headmistress role previously assumed by Madame Morrible in the stage musical, with Morrible now the Dean of Sorcery. New scenes include Elphaba's tutoring sessions with Madame Morrible as she learns how to control her powers. Flashbacks to her childhood, as she's ridiculed by the children of Munchkinland for her green skin, and moments showing her and Nessa Rose's dynamic as sisters. The sexual content of the novel and the musical, particularly the affair between Elphaba's mother and the traveling salesman, was toned down so both films could reach a wider audience and attain a PG rating from the Motion Picture Association. Fanny, who was female in the novel and is cast as such in the musical, is portrayed here as male. Bach's full name is given as Bach Woodsman, and his character arc was expanded upon. Something Bad is changed from a conversation between Dr. Dillamond and Elphaba to a private meeting of the talking animals at Dillamond's off-campus residence where they sing to each other about the state of Oz. Elphaba is already enrolled at Shiz alongside Nessarose in the musical. In the film, she is only there to accompany and watch over Nessarose at the request of their father before Morrible enrolls Elphaba later on. Fiyero and Elphaba's first meeting happens in the forest following Something Bad, rather than with a group of classmates at Shiz. Dancing Through Life takes place on open grounds in the musical, while the film sets it inside the university's circular rotating library and includes an extended dance break. The Ozdus Ballroom is also reimagined as what Chew called a nightclub in the underbelly of Oz, complete with a musical band of animals. Now, what did you think of Wicked, and what was your favorite song in the movie? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check me out on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thank you so much for everything, and go watch a movie today.